We had a pre-NDA meeting with the agency about 3 weeks ago. All questions were answered. We got the meeting minutes back. We're aligned with the FDA. All systems are go. Now we get ready to commercialize this product.
All right. Yeah, and I wanted to ask you that. One last thing on the approval part of it. I think there's a 100% success rate for ADHD products getting approved when submitted.
So when you look at over the last 30 to 50 years,
yeah.
Every single ADHD stimulant that has been submitted to the FDA has been approved.
Okay, so we got that's good for us.
It's a good
thing. So that's kind of water under the bridge almost already. So
that's history. That's history. And we hope to see the same. Right.
The important thing that we want to think about now is the commercialization. That's where a lot of small companies have problems getting started. I mean, they don't have the resources that the big pharmas have in terms of huge sales forces with great Rolodexes and connections like that. So you're going to be using a partner called Indegene to help you on this. And the environment has changed over the last few decades. There was no there was no digital campaigns 20 years ago that we have now. So with that in mind, how are you going to commercialize this product and do it successfully as a small company?
It's a great question, John. So number one, what I would say is, for a small company to attempt to develop its own commercial infrastructure, to build its own field force, its own medical affairs, its own pharmacovigilance, med info, market access, third-party logistics, with the distribution, to build all of that, it costs about $125 million, and you're going to fail. I mean, I came from Pfizer, Novartis, Sanofi, Park Davis. We had those tools for us, and they were built over decades. What Cingulate is doing is we are the strategic driver. We're in the driver's seat. We are going to build a very small internal field force, probably about 25 sales professionals that will be focused on the most opportune accounts across the country. So not large. The days of the 400, 500 rep field forces, they're gone. Frankly, when you take a look at what physicians' digital preferences are, about 78% of them prefer a digital interaction versus the face-to-face.
And that's what you're going to get with Indegene. So I mean, how will that campaign take place? I mean, are you going to be able to target physicians based on perhaps their location or websites that they're visiting, and then show them an ad and how it addresses their patients? Is that the strategy?
So, another great question. I don't feel like I'm trying to pat you on the back too much, but it really is. And again, if you are a smaller company or even a mid-sized company, or quite frankly, if you're Pfizer, because guess who Pfizer works with? Indegene.
Okay.
It's just a reality.
All right.
Pfizer, Novartis, Sanofi, Amgen, they work with Indegene. Cingulate is now working with Indegene. What they've done is they've built an AI machine learning infrastructure. It's called Envisage, which basically has over 400 million data points with providers. And by provider, I mean nurse practitioners, PAs, psychiatrists, neurologists, developmental pediatrics, internal medicine, OBGYNs.
Okay.
They have that entire infrastructure. They understand what the content preferences are for various physicians, or providers, I should say. What sequence of messaging do they want to hear? So is it a market access story first? In other words, is the product covered?
Okay.
Followed by a safety message, followed by an efficacy message.
Okay.
Everyone's different. Dr. Vandermosten may prefer, tell me the efficacy first. Dr. Lynch may say, is the product on formulary? Indegene knows that. And we're going to obviously lead with our field force, but what Indegene does is it augments and drives to the people that we can't talk to. So it's a fantastic tool. It's why the big pharma companies work with Indegene. We're fortunate to be working with them as well.
So it sounds like you're going to have, as you said, a hybrid force that's going to go out there. You're going to have the digital part of it. Right. You're going to have the feet on the street part of it, and you're going to integrate them. Can you expand on that, and how you're going to overcome some of the difficulties with, getting out there and penetrating those markets and those physicians?
The good news is, guess what? Indegene has built that already.
Okay.
So they have that infrastructure. So our field force, when they go out to visit, let's call him Dr. Dalton, they're going to know that Dr. Dalton has already been messaged with an e-detail.
Okay.
He's had a CME course on the product, and now a rep, me. I'm going in to talk to that physician. I know what's happened. I also know what Dr. Dalton wants from a messaging perspective. So again, that's that infrastructure piece. Indegene has it built. For us to try to build it, you're going to spend a lot of money and fail.
Well, it sounds to me like they are making what you do more efficient, more effective. So instead of wasting time on non-productive activities,
Yes.
Indegene is kind of helping them focus on the productive activities. Is that right?
That's exactly what it is. I mean, again, they're integrating everything. This is, again, why the big pharma companies work with these guys.
Okay.
They've integrated everything from sales, logistics, field force, medical affairs, medical liaisons. All of that is now built in one place. So either a live sales rep, an account manager, take your pick, the digital infrastructure. They know already what's been told to certain physicians.
And in the payer-driven ADHD market, historically dominated by large cap pharma, what exactly about this hybrid model gives you confidence that you can cross the goal line? And just if you could speak more on that, that would be great.
So there's really several key things when you talk about driving market share. And number one is exactly what you said, reimbursement. So back in July of last year, we did some research where we looked at there were multiple PBMs that participated in this research, different managed care groups. Over 120 million lives were covered by the research we did. 3 key points that we found out. Number one, our product was deemed the most valuable ADHD product ever in the history of ADHD. And this is from the market access folks, the payers. Very surprising. We know what it is, we believe it is, but they said it is. Number two, they said this product will be covered commercially, either as a preferred product or a non-preferred product with 1 to 2 step edits. That's gold. Now, we have the hard work to do next. Go out and get those contracts, build the pricing. We have the research still to do in terms of what pricing strategy we'll use. That's the next step. But overall, they said, look, we like this product. We need rebates. Your product is poised to take over this marketplace. Very good indication from reimbursement. The second key point is this product better than any other product in the marketplace? 9 straight studies have just demonstrated our product. Frankly, it appears to be one of the most important products this category has ever seen. We have effect sizes in adults, which is unprecedented. Efficacy, which lasts the entire active day. No booster doses needed. That reduces the abuse, the diversion, fast onset, 8 dosage strengths at launch. I'm really proud of our team. We built this product the right way, and we're really poised to be very successful.